For me, at the end of each month, seeing the income statement is like opening a gift at Christmas. You wonder what's there. You wonder whether it'll be something you expected or a surprise, and you wonder whether you will like it. In the landscape industry, you and your team have worked hard, and you hope it will be good. Sometimes it is, and sometimes it's not. Even so, for most business owners with good results, there's often a seed of doubt, a curiosity, a question. How good can my profitability really be? If you're like me, then you wonder how your results compare with others in the landscape industry. You may feel like your company is performing great, but proof would make it that much more sweet. Or you may suspect that the company's performance is lagging, but you're not sure where or why. Perhaps you may have heard numbers from industry experts and wonder how realistic those numbers are for your situation. Finally, I hear this one a lot. You're happy with your company's performance, but you can't imagine how other owners find time and space to do things they want to do. Is there an explanation in their numbers? As business owners, we live in a highly competitive world. We need to know the answers to these questions to survive and thrive. If what I'm describing resonates, I may have just what you're looking for. I've designed a report just for the landscape industry that's designed to answer these questions and more. I'm Greg Herring. I look at numbers and they tell me a story. This perspective comes from both how I'm designed and from my experience as a Chief Financial Officer or CFO. Because I also have a lot of practice as a Chief Operating Officer, I focus on actions. Actions that produce results. Results that change the story. Put another way, I produce reports that translate into action. One of those key reports is a 2018 peer benchmark report for the landscape industry. For more than 20 years, benchmarking has helped me optimize profitability for companies in all types of industries, including landscaping. When properly constructed and used, benchmark reports are powerful. Now hold that thought for a moment. Let's get back to you. There's no reason for you to settle for second-guessing your company's performance or to wonder if other guys have some secret sauce that you're missing. It creates turmoil in your head and leads to conflict with your managers and crew leaders. Do you wonder whether you can do better? Do you wonder what level of profits are realistic? Your team is telling you they are doing the best they can, but are they? And what if you are feeling pricing pressure from your customers or competitors? Given all these questions, it's easy to wonder, are other companies doing better? You may have participated in other landscape benchmark reports. You know the ones where they give you long forms to complete and then you see the results? They show simple averages without any context to the mix of services or size of the company. You wonder whether everyone makes the same assumptions as you did about where to put their numbers on the form. Because if they don't, then the numbers are meaningless. I've been a user of these reports and I know what works and what doesn't. I know how to move from interesting data to actionable data. This is the 5th time I have produced this report, and it really does get better each year. Here's how it works. First, there are no forms to complete, saving you time and aggravation. You just upload your 2017 income statement and balance sheet from your accounting software to a secure server. You get complete instructions, and I promise that it's easy. Next, I take every company's revenue and expenses and I make consistent classifications so that you can compare the results with confidence. Then I convert all the major expenses to percentages of total revenue. This change makes it easy for you to compare results across all companies. Finally, we make the results anonymous by deleting the names and showing each company's results in a separate column. Then we sort the columns from greatest revenue to least revenue. I'm doing the work so you can see easily how all sizes of companies performs. You'll see companies that are your size, companies that are smaller, and companies that are larger. Now here's what's really helpful and unique to my report. You'll see each company's net income as a percentage of revenue. In last year's report, there were companies participating with revenue from $1 million to $25 million. Some companies had construction and snow, while other companies had just maintenance and enhancements. For me, it was fun to see just how profitable some landscape companies were. 14% of the companies had net income that was more than 10% of revenue. 3 companies lost money. The rest had net profit margins averaging 4.3%, not nearly enough. Would you like to see what most profitable companies spent on labor, equipment, and overhead? Wouldn't it be nice to learn how much enhancements were as a percentage of maintenance revenue, often a key factor in profitability? Would you like to know how fast companies collect their accounts receivable and see how your company compares? There is all that and more in the 2018 Peer Benchmark Report for the landscape industry. Now, to summarize, here's what you're going to get. Each company's results from the top line to the bottom line. The results are anonymous and expressed as a percentage of revenue. You get to see each company's net income as a percentage of revenue. That's a key measure of the efficiency and effectiveness of a landscape business. You'll see each company's major expenses expressed as a percentage of revenue rather than dollar amounts. You can easily compare your profitability and expenses with other companies. You can see the approximate size of each company. On top of that, you get the report in an Excel format. And with this file, you can customize your comparison, getting rid of companies that are not comparable to your situation. You are also invited to participate in a post-report webinar where we'll review the findings in the report and show you how you can use the report in your company. And if you're not satisfied with the report, then you will get your money back. My experience tells me that landscape companies should have net income equal to 10% or more of revenue. Most companies make less than half of that amount. That is a sad and unnecessary story. My passion is helping business owners optimize profits, not for the sake of the dollars, but so they can generate more margin for their companies and in their lives. This report is an important first step to creating that margin. Remember, to grow, you need to know.